assuming something did go wrong, but he just didn't want to reveal that to anybody. We looked each other in the face. We had a conversation about it. And I'm one of the few people that can look him in the face and cuss his ass out if it comes to that. And he'll stand right there and listen to me.
That is it, confirming that they are conducting what they're deeming law enforcement action, which could indicate search warrants being conducted there, could indicate arrests being conducted. We just don't know at this hour specifically what that law enforcement action is.
Ladies and gentlemen, chaos broke out. And I'm not talking about legit, bona fide boxing, pure boxing chaos. I'm talking about the kind of stuff that's just embarrassing. Look at this here, please.
Stephen A. Smith didn't hold back when addressing the latest controversy surrounding Floyd Mayweather, as reports surfaced about a massive $42 million fraud investigation and claims that his assets have been frozen. The ESPN analyst delivered a blunt and uncompromising take that quickly echoed across both the sports and financial worlds, known for his outspoken style. Smith pointed directly at Floyd's lavish lifestyle, questionable business decisions, and the long-term impact of years of unchecked spending. His commentary didn't just focus on the headlines. It painted a bigger picture of how ongoing habits and financial choices may have led to this moment.
Floyd Mayweather has made a lot of money in his career. It appears he also owes a lot of money too. The boxer apparently owes $22.2 million in taxes from 2015. According to ESPN, the tax balance was unpaid as recently as March 6th of this year.
As more details surrounding the controversy began to emerge, Stephen A. Smith's sharp commentary seemed to echo the shock felt by fans and analysts alike. His words didn't just react to the situation. They amplified the growing sense of disbelief around Floyd Mayweather and the headlines attached to his name. With each new development, the story continues to evolve, adding yet another complex chapter to the legacy of one of boxing's most polarizing figures.
You know, kind of sold that. It was great marketing. He's not a boxer, but hey, he was a knockout artist in the UFC. I get it. John Gotti III, I don't know anything about him. I'm not trying to disrespect him. And yes, I'm being smart. I'm not trying to disrespect the grandson of a mobster. Fair enough. But what I'm trying to say is this. When you're great, when you're elite, not just anybody deserves to be in your pristine space. And what I mean by that is I'm not talking about on the street or anything like that. Boxing is your thing.
In October 2024, Floyd Mayweather made headlines after announcing a major move into real estate. He claimed to have secured a massive deal involving over 60 multifamily properties in Upper Manhattan, totaling around 1,000 rental units, with a reported value of $42 million. The properties were said to be acquired from Black Spruce Management, a recognized name in New York's housing market. The deal was presented as a strategic step to grow his financial portfolio beyond boxing, while also contributing to affordable housing efforts. At the time, the announcement positioned Floyd as not just a sports icon, but an expanding player in the real estate world, aiming to build long-term wealth through large-scale property investments.
All right. Now, Floyd Mayweather Jr., there's a story circulating that Business Insider did talking about this $400 million property deal that he had been discussing here in New York City. But now, according to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Here is what Floyd Mayweather had said at the time on a video that he posted on his Instagram.
I love bringing the people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me. Guess what? You can do the same.
All right. Well, now we're trying to figure out what happened, right, with Business Insider. So according to another update, he did ink a $402 million deal for a Black Spruce portfolio. When he said that it was all his and no one invested, he meant no one was funding his part of the investment but him. And so I think this is something where maybe he owns a piece of this or shares in it, but it hasn't changed hands because the majority owner is still the same owner that it was before. I'm trying to understand what happened with this, but I know there's a story that's circulating, so just putting it out there. Whew, it's a tough one. I'm trying to understand as a real estate person myself, what exactly he is communicating when he's saying that he owns this, because they're trying to make it seem like he doesn't, but what it seems like is that he owns shares of these buildings.
However, official property records tell a more complicated story about Floyd Mayweather's reported deal. The documents don't clearly confirm full ownership of the properties, leading to speculation about the true structure of the transaction. Industry experts have suggested that Floyd may have only acquired a partial stake, possibly with terms that allow him to expand his share over time. This kind of arrangement isn't unusual in large-scale real estate deals, but it does differ from the image of outright ownership that was initially presented, adding to the uncertainty. Vita Properties has not released any detailed or official breakdown of the deal, leaving key questions unanswered and fueling ongoing debate about the actual scope of the investment.
Floyd, I hope the $402 million ain't left his bank account yet, then. I remember Floyd was on a talk show, I think 50 Cent posted that as well. And he said something like, you know, they say, if you know how much money you got, then you don't really got enough money. So they say, if you know how many buildings you got, then you ain't got enough buildings. Como? Who told you that? I hope your real estate broker or investor, whoever handles this real estate, I hope they ain't tell you that.
Adding even more fuel to the controversy, Floyd Mayweather openly acknowledged Jonah Reichnitz as a significant supporter in his business ventures. That revelation immediately raised eyebrows, given Reichnitz's past involvement in a federal corruption case. Critics argue that such an association brings serious concerns about the credibility and transparency of Floyd's real estate moves for someone already under scrutiny. This connection has only intensified doubts, with many questioning the reliability of the deals and the people behind them.
First investment was real estate, commercial real estate, skyscrapers actually. So what I did was this. It started off with $5 million. Put up $5 million, I was getting $50,000 a month. On every 18th, every month it was paying off. You like the cash flow? Yes, for years. So I said, okay, if it's paying off like this then, and I gave him 7 figures, I said I'm not gonna even give him 8 figures. I went and gave him 9 figures. If it's something that I know is paying off, lucrative and heavy, I got to go with it. Roll the dice, take a chance. You only got one life.
Floyd Mayweather recently pushed back against growing claims that his $42 million Manhattan real estate move had put him under financial pressure. Addressing the rumors, he insisted that the deal was entirely his, stating that he personally acquired 62 buildings and that no outside partners were involved at the same time. However, legal troubles have added another layer to the situation. A U.S. appellate court upheld a ruling ordering Floyd to pay $2.4 million to Zinni Media Concept Limited. The dispute traces back to a 2017 agreement in which he was contracted to appear at multiple events across Africa, including Nigeria. According to the case, Floyd failed to meet those commitments and did not return the advance payment, leading the company to take legal action. The lawsuit included claims of breach of contract, unjust enrichment, and fraud, after multiple attempts to recover the funds reportedly went unanswered.
Former world boxing champion Floyd Mayweather is returning to the ring this weekend after his recent retirement. Mayweather will be up against Don Moore in an exhibition fight at the prestigious Burj Al Arab Hotel in Dubai. Since retiring with a perfect record of 50 wins and no loss, Mayweather has been putting up exhibition fights for his fans' entertainment. Both men are in Nigeria to promote their upcoming exhibition fight. This is Mayweather's first visit to Nigeria, where he hopes to set up several facilities, including boxing fitness gyms.
It's in Nigeria.
Action packed.
May 14th is the day. Pay-per-view action packed, and I'm talking about don't blink, don't get no popcorn, don't do none of that. I'm ready as if the fight was tomorrow. So I'm ready to go, you know. I'm definitely going to put on an amazing performance that no one has ever seen, both the ones that know me and don't know me. I'm dangerous Don Moore, and I've never been defeated for a reason.
Don Moore is such an amazing guy, an amazing fighter. Unbelievable. He's 18-0. He comes from a great team. His pedigree of boxing is amazing. And May 14th, we're going to go out there and entertain the people and give the people around the world what they want to see, especially the people in Nigeria.
Floyd Mayweather's reported financial challenges appear to extend beyond real estate, with multiple claims involving unpaid luxury purchases. In one case, a Las Vegas jewelry store filed a lawsuit seeking $1.4 million over a diamond-encrusted necklace, alleging that while some payments were made, a large balance remained outstanding in a separate legal dispute. Floyd and Tigger were named in a $4 million lawsuit connected to high-end watches and jewelry. According to the claims, the items were publicly showcased despite the full payments not being completed. These cases have added to the growing scrutiny around Floyd's financial dealings, raising further questions about how some of his high-profile purchases have been managed behind the scenes.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, limited edition AP, all factory, 1.8 million right here. The $20 bills section. We like to call this the Andrew Jackson section, but I like to call it wallpaper. 200,000 in 20s. I heard in the song you can get the biggest Chanel bag in the store if you want it. Well, it's the biggest Chanel bag in the world. I got this bag from Karl Lagerfeld. R.I.P. May he rest in peace. Money getting motherfucker like myself, always showing out, always talking shit. Like 1.8 million, you know how it is. Check it out. Let them know it's all hundreds. Money made all motherfucking day.
In another controversial development, Floyd Mayweather became involved in promoting a digital token alongside Sahil Aurora, a figure already linked to several celebrity-driven cryptocurrency controversies. According to blockchain researcher Zach XBT, Floyd has been associated with multiple crypto projects that eventually collapsed after developers allegedly withdrew investor funds. This pattern of backing high-risk digital ventures has raised serious concerns among critics, who question whether his involvement goes beyond promotion and into more problematic territory. As scrutiny increases, these connections continue to fuel debate about his role in ventures that left investors at a loss.
Mr. I don't lose at nothing is back.
Correction. Mr. just got unbanned from scamming is back. This time, he's selling NFTs. Now, I'm going to tell you guys this is an obvious scam if you can just read the signs, but since Floyd can't read, I'm going to explain it to you all by telling you the history of Floyd Money Mayweather and crypto. Our story starts in 2018 when Floyd Mayweather was banned for 3 years from promoting securities after scamming his fans with an ICO called Cintratec. He was promoting tons of these ICO scams at the time, and he also narrowly avoided an ICO fraud lawsuit for the same thing under the defense that he wasn't actually influential enough to convince people to buy the scam. And now that it's 2022, his 3-year securities ban is over and he's back to scamming again. He's currently being sued once again for his promotion of Ethereum Max alongside Kim Kardashian, and also has gotten really into NFTs.
And if you in the NFT world and you betting on me, you will never lose. But what I need you to do right now, go get Mayweatherverse. That's my new NFT. I've been working on that for months. If I win, you win.
Now, it's pretty obvious from these comments that Floyd has learned nothing after not reading the SEC settlement. So maybe that's why he tells us we can't lose by betting on him. So let's put that to the test with his last 3 NFT projects.
I'm dropping my NFT tonight. FloydNFT.com, August 10th. Go get it right now.
Floyd Mayweather has also come under fire for promoting the cryptocurrency Ethereum Max. He was among several high-profile figures named in a class-action lawsuit accusing them of misleading investors through exaggerated or unclear promotional claims. According to the case, these endorsements helped drive interest in the token. But when its value later dropped sharply, many investors were left facing significant losses. The situation has intensified criticism around Floyd's involvement in speculative financial ventures, with some arguing that celebrity influence in such markets can have serious consequences when transparency is lacking.
A California judge has dismissed a lawsuit against reality star Kim Kardashian, boxer Floyd Mayweather, and other celebrities over their cryptocurrency endorsements. Investors in the Ethereum Max, which is not affiliated with the popular Ethereum token, filed a suit back in January. So this suit claims celebrities conspired with Ethereum Max to promote the token to boost its value, so company executives executives could profit by selling the holdings. The judge said the lawsuit raised legitimate concerns. However, he dismissed the suit because it didn't say where, when, or even if the plaintiffs had seen these promotions.
Stephen A. Smith didn't hold back during a recent ESPN broadcast when addressing Floyd Mayweather's ongoing financial controversy. Speaking candidly, he pointed to Floyd's lavish spending habits and a series of questionable financial decisions that have raised concerns in recent months that in his blunt and unmistakable style. Smith summed up his stance with a harsh conclusion, suggesting that the situation has reached a breaking point and declaring it's over for him.
Beyond the glitz and glamour, the flossing, the pomp and circumstances surrounding everything that culminated in Saturday night's Mayweather versus McGregor fight, there were a few sightings that were relatively low-key in comparison, but more significant than many may realize. At the weigh-in, there was a two-time NBA champion Draymond Green and star guard Paul George. On fight night, of course, there was LeBron James, James Harden, Isaiah Thomas, and a few others. And none of them were there just to pay homage to Mayweather, the fighter. It's the businessman in Mayweather.
Stephen A. Smith continued his critique of Floyd Mayweather, pointing to what he described as the consequences of an ultra-luxurious lifestyle paired with poor financial discipline. He emphasized that athletes earning at the highest level must still maintain strict financial responsibility to protect long-term wealth. According to claims discussed in the segment, recent filings suggest Floyd may still owe more than $52 million in back taxes spanning from 2015 to 2022. Reports also indicate that tax authorities have begun freezing certain accounts while reviewing his assets more closely taken together. These developments have intensified scrutiny around his finances, raising broader questions about money management despite massive career earnings.
Well, there may be another reason Floyd Mayweather has agreed to fight Conor McGregor. ESPN reporting that Mayweather, get this, still has not paid his taxes for 2015. We don't know how much money Mayweather owes, but he's asking the IRS for a break. Until the fight, the end of August, Mayweather made about $220 million from his fight with Manny Pacquiao. That was back in 2015. He's expected to make about that much for the McGregor fight. Maybe he should have stayed retired and paid his taxes.
Yeah, pay taxes. Usually that catches up with you if you don't do that.
Throughout his career, Floyd Mayweather took part in some of the most lucrative fights in boxing history. His 2015 showdown with Manny Pacquiao reportedly generated over $600 million in revenue, while his 2017 crossover fight against Conor McGregor brought in an estimated $300 million more. At his peak, he was also ranked by Forbes as one of the highest-paid athletes in the world. However, as Stephen A. Smith bluntly put it, earning massive sums doesn't guarantee lasting wealth if spending isn't controlled. In his view, no matter how high the income, financial discipline ultimately determines how long that success can be sustained.
Beyond the glitz and glamour, the flossing, the pomp and circumstances surrounding everything that culminated in Saturday night's Mayweather versus McGregor fight, there were a few sightings that were relatively low-key in comparison, but more significant than many may realize. At the weigh-in, there was a two-time NBA champion Draymond Green and star guard Paul George. On fight night, of course, there was LeBron James, James Harden, Isaiah Thomas, and a few others. And none of them were there just to pay homage to Mayweather, the fighter. It's the businessman in Mayweather they actually love even more. As the sun clearly set on the boxing career of Mayweather, many can reflect on a lot of things about the man. He wasn't a Mike Tyson-like knockout artist, or even Tommy the Hitman Hearns. To many, he wasn't even Sugar Ray Leonard. He certainly can't be confused with Muhammad Ali or any other fighter who's ever been socially conscious. No doubt he was guilty of domestic violence, as our very own The Undefeated accurately pointed out. He definitely had his share of boring fights that didn't give the people what they actually wanted to see. But that ain't the legacy.
Floyd Mayweather built a public identity that revolved heavily around extreme luxury and constant display of wealth. His lifestyle wasn't just comfortable, it was deliberately extravagant, even by the standards of other elite athletes. Over time, that image became part of his brand, with every purchase and public appearance reinforcing the Money Mayweather persona. Whether it was regularly traveling on private jets or maintaining a collection of high-end vehicles like Bugattis and Rolls-Royces, his choices consistently highlighted a life built on visible excess. To supporters, it symbolized success at the highest level. To critics, it raised questions about how sustainable such a level of spending truly is, and what it takes to maintain it long term.
Why fight Logan Paul?
Name another boxer besides myself that's more famous than Logan Paul.
Tyson Fury?
What? I want you to look up Tyson Fury, how many followers, and look up how many followers Logan Paul has.
Logan Paul, 56 million. Tyson Fury, 4 million.
So 50 compared to 4 something. I can fight a fighter right now, guarantee myself 35 million. Or me and Logan Paul can go out and entertain and have fun and make 100 million or more. So if you were me, you gotta look at 35 million for 12 rounds and 100 for 6 rounds. Big difference.
A heated episode of First Take. Stephen A. Smith delivered a sharp and intense warning regarding Floyd Mayweather's financial situation. Speaking directly to viewers, he claimed he had examined documents and spoken to sources, insisting that the situation had become serious rather than speculative. Smith suggested that tax authorities were closely involved, creditors were reportedly pressing for payments, and that certain assets were being liquidated. He also noted that the massive fight earnings Mayweather once depended on were no longer part of his income stream. Adding pressure to an already complex financial picture, the discussion quickly spilled into the wider boxing world. Former champion Oscar De La Hoya also commented, taking a critical tone toward Floyd's continued exhibition fights. Mixing humor with criticism, he implied that it may be time for Mayweather to finally step away from the ring instead of continuing to chase attention through exhibition appearances.
Mayweather fought another exhibition against Gotti last Saturday. A real the crowd booing in the arena at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing this happen, bro.
The ongoing legal and financial issues surrounding Floyd Mayweather highlight how crucial disciplined money management and personal accountability can be, even for the most successful athletes. While his achievements in boxing remain undisputed and cement his place in sports history, the controversies tied to his post-retirement ventures show how quickly things can become complicated outside the ring for many athletes. His situation serves as a broader reminder. Building wealth is one challenge, but managing it wisely and protecting a public reputation over time is an entirely different battle.
Turns out that the rumors were true, and Floyd Mayweather has been trapped in Dubai for the last 50 days. Gervonta Davis was the first to claim it. Now multiple insider sources have confirmed that he is in fact trapped in Dubai for a debt that has nothing to do with boxing. After doing a little digging, it seems that someone in his camp, while he was shopping for jewelry in Dubai, stole one of the pieces, got away with it, and then blocked all communication with Mayweather. Since then, Floyd has already paid for the jewelry, but they refuse to let him go until they get their piece back. And allegedly, this guy right here is the thief that started this whole mess.
The strong remarks made by Stephen A. Smith about alleged financial issues and a questionable real estate situation involving Floyd Mayweather reflect more of a high-intensity media reaction than confirmed fact. Smith is known for speaking in a very direct and dramatic style, especially when discussing controversies around major sports figures, which can sometimes make ongoing rumors sound more certain than they actually are. In reality, claims related to financial misconduct or real estate disputes usually involve complex details that only become clear through verified records or legal outcomes. So while his comments add pressure and attention to the story, they should be viewed as opinion-driven analysis rather than final proof of wrongdoing.